Good morning, CDT day 78, and all my stuff is wet, so I'm probably going to be having a long breakfast just waiting for everything to dry out. So I got socks, rain fly, shoes, gaiters, everything. A lot of my stuff just drying out from the rain last night. So I'll let that stuff dry out, maybe have a little bit of breakfast, and then head out. I'm 3 miles from the junction of the Silverthorne alternate, which also means I'm 3 miles from hitting road, I think like pavement, Copper Mountain Resort. And apparently directly on trail there is a Starbucks and possibly some other restaurants in like the ski village nearby. So I'm going to be right next to I-70. So it's going to be a pretty busy people day. It's not really going to feel like trail for a little bit, like these 3 miles and then maybe a couple miles out. But then all of a sudden I'll be going straight back up, doing a big climb, like 2,500 feet or something like that, up to another pass. And I have 2 passes until I get into Silverthorne. So that'll be pretty interesting. Maybe I'll stop by some Starbucks and get like a breakfast sandwich or something like that. I don't drink coffee, but you know, something like that. So for now, dry everything out, and then we'll hit the trail and road. All right, got my stuff about 80, maybe 90% dried out, good enough for me. So it's time to head out on trail. It is just shy of 10 a.m. Oh, I see the highway down there, so I'll be going over to that in a minute. And I believe those mountains right there, I'm going to be going up and over at some point in the next couple hours. Because I notice as soon as I get on the Silverthorne alternate, I start immediately climbing. And I'm going to have 2 big climbs today that I'll describe when I get to them. I was wondering if this open area might be like old ski areas that were being restored or something, but I was wrong. They are current ski areas. I believe there might be Copper Mountain Resort down there. We'll see. Yeah, this place is serious. Look at all those buildings down there. They're all like 5 stories and just all kinds of stuff. But more importantly, the foreground here. This is a mountain coaster. I love the idea of mountain coasters. A little bit. I don't like roller coasters because I don't like just having that pit of your stomach feeling, but mountain coasters tend to be a bit more gentle and they're just like a nice ride. That's so cool. Look at them go. Man, I've never done a mountain coaster, but I'd love to try it. Look at, they're having the time of their lives through there. This is a cool place. Probably uber expensive, which is the reason why I don't do mountain coasters. Alright, for the well-being of my wallet, I did not go through the center of the village. I went around it because I'm told that there's a ton of restaurants, ton of bars, ton of everything, and they're all very expensive. No hiker previously could find anything cheap. So I know that I'm pretty, what's the word? I can be easily encouraged, we'll say that. So I went around it, and some guy was telling me there's a bike path that takes you all the way to Silverthorne, so I might check that out and see what's going on with that, but we'll see. But this place, so far from what I've just walked by, they have go-karts, mountain coasters, mountain biking, skiing, golf, trampoline park, skate park, spa, massage, restaurants, bars, hotels, lodges, 5-star accommodations. This place is like pretty serious. I wish I had money. I'd stay here for like a friggin' weekend and do just about everything, but money is not something that comes easily. And unless I hit the lottery, I'm just gonna keep on walking through the woods until Silverthorne, where I can get like a beer and a burger for 15 bucks or something. Decided to go to the gas station, and they had a pretty good setup. Outlets to charge my phone, couches, and some good subs. So I'll be heading back out on trail pretty soon. Alright guys, I gotta be honest, I'm not really sure how I stand on the purist viewpoint of a through hike anymore. Well, I think I still stand a similar way, but the CDT is just hard to justify because there's so many official alternates, and then there's so many other complete trails that are also legitimate trails to do. So there's the CDT as the CDTC sees it, and then there's the way Guthook sees it, which is a little different. Then there's Lay Maps. A guy named Jonathan Lay makes a route on the CDT, and that is different from a lot of different things. So there's a bunch of different options out there, and it makes it difficult to figure out, you know, what's truly official or what's not. All this to say that I'm supposed to be taking the Silverthorne alternate, the official CDT alternate, as according to Guthook. But a local told me that this bike trail will take you straight to Silverthorne with far less elevation gain, and it looks like it's about 7 miles shorter. Now, I feel like I should be taking the trail, but also like it just seems like another small shortcut. You know, it's less than 10 miles, and it's kind of like going around the west side of Twin Lakes, you know, similar to that. So it's a little bit similar. About, I think, 7 miles there. And I've been subtracting any shortcuts I've been taking, I've been subtracting from my total mileage, because the last thing I want to do is finish a through hike and say that I did, you know, everything. I did not walk the red line the whole way. I've taken actually almost every alternate that's been given to me, I've taken, and just because they're more scenic usually, and they also just happen to be shorter. So it gets me kind of confused on what I should consider purist. And I'm kind of thinking that, like a lot of other people that I've ran into, I should just relax on that for the CDT, because Purism is more meant for PCT and AT, because they have a single trail that goes one way and you know exactly how to follow it, apart from wildfires. But then when there's wildfires, there's usually reroutes and things like that. But really, I set out to take continuous footsteps from Mexico to Canada along the Continental Divide. So I'm trying to stick to just that narrative generally, and then just try to stick to the CDT and its alternates or close to it the best I can. All this to say, I am taking the bike path, which is a shortcut, which means I am doing less miles than the official, but I will record it. I recorded 10 miles for skipping around the creek on the Mirror Lake alternate and Twin Lakes together. I just put them as 10. I'll tack on another 7 to this, so that'll be 17 miles shorter. So if I'm lucky enough to complete the CDT, I will have completed it in such and such miles. Not 3,100 or not whatever the official is with alternates, but the official miles I've walked with the alternate miles I've walked, plus the shortcut miles I walked. So the only thing I can really do is be honest at this point. My hike is no longer purist, and it's kind of disappointing, but I'm still getting my continuous footsteps in, and I'm not being helped by any vehicles or anything like that, and that's good enough for me. I feel like that's at least good enough for a through hike. If you guys feel differently, please let me know, because I want to know people's opinions on it. It's definitely a hot button topic. It's a debate. A lot of people see it differently. I know I was pretty hard-nosed purist on the TA, but with the CDT, it just feels a little different. So I think this might be the only through hike that I diverge from the official trail. AT and PCT, if I'm lucky enough to be able to do them, it's going to be the one trail the whole way. So for the rest of today, which will be about 13 miles, I think, into just before Silverthorne, or it's just before Dillon, after Frisco. This is pretty much what I'm going to be looking at. It's just a bike path, paved, that follows the highway, I-70, through the valleys in between the mountains. If I were to take the official Silverthorne alternate, I'd be hiking up into those mountains, up over 12,000 feet, and then back down to where I am right now. So it just seems like needless elevation change. Also, there's clouds moving in, and I checked the weather, and there's supposed to be some thunderstorms today, so not exactly the safest thing to be up on those high mountain passes. But, you know, whatever I need to justify for myself, I'm skipping some miles, taking a shortcut. But at least it's on foot. And for a bike path along the highway, this thing is pretty beautiful. I'm really digging these canyon walls, especially being down here where I don't have to climb them for once. But I'll get my ass kicked once I leave Silverthorne. There's like a couple 3,000 foot climbs directly out of town. I made it to Frisco, walking through town. They have a nice little downtown, but must not get a lot of hikers because I was getting stare after stare after stare. Oh well, be jelly. Alright, this is kind of an over the river and through the woods type story, but I was going down the bike path and I found this little offshoot. So it's a bike path off of the bike path, and then the bike path ends and turns into a dirt path, and then the dirt path ends and turns into just this peninsula, which you can basically call an island because it's pretty thin. So in this island, and then is covered in trees and downed trees, which make it hard to navigate, get around, and stuff like that. So it seems pretty remote. Also feels exactly Adirondack. So I found that is the perfect place to stealth camp. So I'm going to set up camp here. And actually, let me get over this log and show you the view I have. And so I just get to sit on the shores of Dillon Reservoir with this gorgeous view without the danger of getting caught. And right over there is Dillon and Silverthorne, a little bit over there. But Dillon, I think, is where I'm going to be spending most of my time. And it's probably can't get picked up by the phone, plus I talk so much, that there is live music out there. So that's pretty cool. I get to listen to a little bit of live music. More importantly, that is a Verizon cell tower. So I've been able to video chat with my mom for the first time in a couple months, I think. And no, about a month. And I've been able to contact friends, look up YouTube videos, all the fun things, and then, you know, do town chores like Instagram updates, YouTube updates, Facebook updates for you guys and for family and friends. So that takes a lot of pressure off of my town day tomorrow, which is really cool. So I'm going to set up camp here. Just spent a couple hours here already talking on the phone, but I will set up camp here, have some dinner, mashed potato bowl. I'll show you guys that in a minute. And then just relax and enjoy having internet in my camp and being able to talk to family and friends and knowing that I am 2.4 miles away from town. The plan is to get to town right over there tomorrow morning before 9 a.m. because that is when REI opens. So I can go to REI, get some pants for the mosquitoes, then I can go to the post office and mail home my shorts. Yes, these shorts, the one you guys know and love from day one on the CDT, are going home thanks to the skeeters. I'm used to wearing pants when I hike anyways, so it'll work better. And then post office and restaurants, bars, and I'll be meeting with some really cool people tomorrow. A trail angel or a trail magic giver reached out to me and said that she wants to meet with me, with her and her kids, to say hello and give me some trail magic. So I can never say no to some trail magic, so we'll check that out tomorrow. All right, also some stats while I have them. I walked a total of about 13.5 miles today. 10.5 of those were off trail because I took the bike path to Silverthorne. So I was neither on the official CDT nor on its official alternate, the Silverthorne alternate. That was to get me to Silverthorne with a little more ease and quickness because I really need to catch up to get to Canada this fall. So 3 of my miles today were on trail getting to the junction, and then the other 10.5 are where I am now. So if you take the 10.5 of hike now, plus the 2.5 into Dillon tomorrow, and then the half mile to get back on trail, it will have taken me a total of 13.5 miles to get back on trail from when I left it on the Silverthorne alternate. And when I get back on, it'll be Silverthorne alternate mile 22. So that means it will have taken me 13.5 miles to get to mile 22. Hey guys, it's me in the dark again. I never ended up having dinner because I had multiple, more than an hour long conversation with a lot of family members because I really wanted to catch up with them. So it was really good to talk to my mom and my best friend Colin and my grandmother. So that was a really good time, and I ended up skipping dinner. I'm not that hungry, and I'm only 2.5 miles from town, and I plan on having a lot of food tomorrow. So I'm totally fine with skipping dinner tonight. It's not like I need a lot of energy to walk a bike path 2 miles into town. So all that to say that this is the end of the day. So I already gave you guys the stats a little earlier, and I think all that's left are a couple pictures from today, and then we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.